Hello everyone, this is Yamin and welcome to Epic Knowledge. So in the previous tutorial, we do this part, cash on delivery. It means if the customer click on this cash on delivery part, all the product from the cart will be moved to the order table. Now in this tutorial, we will see pay using cart part. It means when the customer click on this pay using cart, then the customer has to give his card information to pay for the product, and once he pay, all those product will move to the order table. So pay using card means we'll be able to pay using like MasterCard, Visa card, debit card, or credit card, any kind of card. And for receiving payment from card, we need to have a Stripe account. So we are going to use Stripe in order to pay using card for this part. Okay. So I'll just write a few steps over here so that you can understand it a little bit more clear or a little bit more easily. So those are the steps for paying using card. So here our first step will be writing this command in our CMD, which is composer require stripe slash stripe php hyphen php. Then we also need to create a Stripe account. Then we need to make some changes in the cn.env file. After that, we need to make a route, actually two route. Then we have to create a view for the payment. So obviously, in order to input the customer card information, we need to create a view, obviously. And we also need to write some code in the controller for payment. So let's go and do the first step. So our first step is this one. We need to write this command in our CMD, which is composer require stripe slash stripe this minus php. So let me just go to my CMD, and here I'm going to say composer require stripe slash stripe this sign php. Then I'll just press enter, and it will take like 20 to 30 seconds. And here you can see it is done. So our first step is done, and our second step is we need to create a Stripe account. So I would assume that you don't have a Stripe account. So I'll just create a Stripe account in front of you. So just search for Stripe over here, then press enter, and you will just go to this link stripe.com. Just click over here, and then over here you will see a sign in option on the right side. Just click on it. Then you will see a form like this. If you already have an account, you can just directly log in. But if you do not have an account, on the bottom side you will see a sign up option over here. Don't have an account, sign up. Just click over here, sign up. Then you need to create your account, and here you need to give your email. I will give my email over here, which is yaminshakil9@gmail.com. Then I will give my name over here. Let's say here Yamin Shakil. And then over here you need to choose your country. If you are from Singapore or Sweden, just choose your country, and if your country is not available over here, just keep it United States. Okay. Then you need to give a password. Let me just give a password. And after giving password, here you can see a get email from Stripe. You can check it if you want, but I'll keep it like this. Then I'll just click over here, create account. And then you will see something like this. First, let's verify your email. If you click on open Gmail, it will automatically open your Gmail. I'll just click over here, and here you can see it opened a Gmail, and here you can see Stripe email sent by Stripe. Just click over here, and here I'll click verify email address. And after that, once you verify your account, over here you will see option activate payment. We'll just keep it for now. We just click over here. Then you will it will take you to this dashboard. Over here you can see. So on the right bottom corner, you can see over here publisher key and secret key. We require this, but we'll just go to our over here at the top side. You will see a developer option. Just click over here, developers. Then over here, just click API keys. And here you can see the same thing, publisher key and the secret key over here. Now you will notice one more thing, and that is over here you can see over here test data. Now I will explain it more at the end of this tutorial of this video. Okay. So for now, I hope you are with me. So right now what we have to do is that our second step is done, which is create a Stripe account. Our third step is changes in the ENV. So over here you can see publishable key and secret key. We need to write those in our .env file. So let's go to our project, and here you can see .env file. So at the bottom we are going to write over here like this, capital strip stripe underscore key equal, I'll just copy this on publisher key. If you just click over here, you can see copied. So I'll paste it over here. And after stripe key, we need to write over here stripe underscore secret equal to, and here you can see secret key. If you just click over here, reveal test key, it will reveal the secret key. Just then here you can see click to copy. If I just click over here, here you can see copy it. So I'll just paste it over here. So we have stripe key and stripe secret key in our env file. So our third step is also done. So right now we need to do something for our route. But before that, let's go to our home. I mean views, then home. Let me just show you like this. I'll just go to our views, then home. Then we'll go to our showcard.blade.php. And if you go down over here, here you can see pay using cart written over here, which is actually this one, pay using cart. So here we'll just write the URL over here. We'll just give 2-second bracket. Then inside it we are going to say URL. Then inside it let's just say over here stripe. Okay. So we'll go to our web.php and create this URL or route. And one more thing, you need to remember that here you can see we have the total price over here, which is 1614. So we'll also send this amount in this href, but like this we can just, here you can see that our total price is over here like this dollar total price. We'll just copy it over here and we'll paste it over here. So like this we'll be able to send the total price from here as from here to next view. So right now let's go to our route, then web.php, and here let me just copy this route, control C, then control V, and here our route name was stripe. Let me copy it, then paste it here, and our, let's say our function name will be stripe as well. And we also send the total price from here, so we also need to write it over here like this, total price inside 2-second bracket. So right now let's go to our home controller and create this stripe function. So from this function we'll just return a simple view. So we'll go to app, then http, then controller, and here we can see home controller. So let me just go down, and here I'm just going to say public function stripe to first bracket to second bracket, and here we'll just return a view, return view, and let's say it will be home dot, let's say stripe, and we also need to catch this total price. So here I'll give dollar total price, and we also need to send this total price to this view as well. So let me just say over here compact, and it will be total price. So right now we'll create a stripe.blade.php in our home folder. So here if you go down, here you can see this is our home folder. So here we are going to create a file. I'll just click right click over here, then click new file. Then here I am going to say stripe.blade.php, control S, then save. So here let me just write a simple HTML here, and inside the body let's just say over here h1, then let's just say payment. Let's save it. Then let me just refresh here. Then if I click pay using card, here you can see it's written payment. Now let's also check if we can get the total price over here. So for it I'll just give over here 2-second bracket, and we'll say over here total price, dollar total price. Save it, then refresh, and here you can see we can get the total price over here. So right now obviously our code will be totally different. So right now for this type payment I'm going to copy some code from here. from this website. So I'll also give this website link in the description so that you can also copy the code from here. Actually, when I'm making a tutorial, I do not like to copy code to show you what is happening in the code, but actually the thing is this code is quite big actually, so that is why I am going to copy the code. Otherwise I would have written all the code. As you can see, this is quite a big code, so it will be wise to copy the code from here and edit it by ourselves. So here you can see that this website is this one. I'll give link this code link in the description, and I'll also give the code in the comment section so that you can also copy it out from there. So here you can see that right now we are trying to create a view for payment. Okay, so for it, here you can see resource views type.blade.php, right? So we are going to copy everything from here. Okay, so let me just copy it from here to at the end. And don't worry, I'm going to explain everything to you. Let me just copy it, Control C, and we'll paste it over here, type.blade.php, Control V and Control S. So currently, if we just let me refresh here and let's click pay using cart. Okay, type dot post not defined. Okay, I get it. What is the issue? And the issue is here there should be a form over here. Okay. This is the form here. We will remove this route for now. So I'll just copy this out because this route is necessary. I'll just copy it. I mean, cut it from here. Let me just cut it from here. Then save it. Then let's refresh here. And here you can see we are seeing a payment view. Here you can see name on card, card number, CVC, expiration month, expiration year, card expiration year, those are, and pay now $100. Obviously it will be our actual product price. And here you can see Laravel 9 payment gateway example, blah blah blah. We'll remove this part. First of all, let's just customize this page, then I'm going to explain you everything step by step. So here we are going to remove this part, Laravel 9 type payment, blah blah blah. So instead of this, we are going to say over here pay using your card. Okay, so save it, then refresh. Okay, pay using card. Let's keep the design for now like this. We'll change it later, but let's now focus on this form first. So let me just explain everything for this form. So here I'll start from the very beginning. So here in the head you can see some title over here. Let's remove the title as well. So here you can see this is the bootstrap CDN link and this is a jQuery CDN link, and here you can see that this is just some text, payment details, paging card, and here if session has success, now this part is for showing the success message if the payment is successful. Okay, I already talked about this if condition throughout the whole tutorial, so I already know, and I actually hope that you already understand this message session part really easily. So here this is the main part. Here you can see our form started from here, and this form you can see a little bit different. Here you can see role equal to form. Here you can see action equal to null. Now we cut this portion of code so that because we got a error over here. So since I already copied it, I can just paste it over here. Now if we just remove this code, you can just copy it from here. That was the form code. Here you can see you can just copy it from here. You can see form action. So obviously we have to create a route for this. So and here you can see method equal to post form validation. It is required. You need to write this everything over here. And here you can see in this form you can see that data cc on file equal to false. Now this part is really important. Just remember this. I will go in detail a little bit later. And here you can see data type publishable key env type underscore key. So in the env file we have the type key, and in this view we'll get the type key like from the env, and then id equal to payment form, and we also need to make sure to have id equal to payment form because we'll be calling this payment form using this id later. Let's just go step by step so that I'll try to make this as simple as possible. And here you can see name on card. Now for payment, the name is not really that important. The most important part is the card number, CBC, expiry month, and the card expiry year. So here you can see that name on card, even though it is required, but we actually, when we check the card, we actually do not check the name. But make sure to give it required, because we may get error if we don't give required. So here you can see that for writing the name, we have the input field over here, and you will notice one more thing, and that is there is for this input field there is no name over here. So how we will catch the name? Because we know that in order to catch the name, we need to have name equal to, we need to give in the input field name equal to something, so to catch the name. But for payment, we cannot do it. We cannot if we like catch the username, card number, and CVC, and a customer every payment detail in our table, that is actually a problem. People can like hack into the database and can use the card number for their own benefit. So obviously we cannot store those data in our database. So that is why for payment you will see in the input field no name. Okay, and here you can see level card number, and you can see the input field, and same goes over here. You can see that in this input field there is no name. But even though there is no name, but somehow we need to verify the card number, right? So here you can see class form control, and here you can see card hyphen or minus number. So this part is important in the input field. Here you can see card number. This part is important. Using this, we will verify the card. And here you can see for CVC, we also the same thing happening. Here we have an input field, and here you can see in the class we have card CVC. Then in the expiry month, the same thing going on, card expiry month and card expiry year. Now, how we are going to use this to verify the card, I will you will understand it a little bit later. So let me just finish this form first. So here you can see a div option. Please correct the error and try again. This is if there is an error in the card, if the customer make a mistake, then we'll show this error. So that's why here you can see div class error from group. At the beginning, this div will be hide. Here you can see hide is written over here. So only if there is a error, only then we'll show this div. Otherwise, this part will be hidden. And here you can see that div class row call XS12 blah blah blah. And here you can see submit button, pay now $100. So we'll not keep this pay now $100. So here what we can do is that, okay, let's just keep it pay now. Let's not change anything, just keep it pay now. And here you can notice that here in the input field, here you can see card number. Then in the for CVC, you can see card CVC, card expiry month, card expiry year. So if you go down, here you can see a skip part. Here you can see Stripe, js.stripe.com. This is the Stripe script part, and here you can see some form validation over here. You can see this is the in this script part we are actually checking whether the card is valid or not. So using this skip part, we'll check whether the card is valid or the card has enough balance or not in the controller. Okay, in this skip we'll check if the card is correct or not. So I'm going to explain it little by little. So here you can see that var form equal require validation. So if here you can see require validation. Okay, so if I go at the top means in the form, here you can see class equal to require validation. So here we'll check the form validation, var equal to $form. And here form receive validation, here you can see input type equal to email, password, input type equal to text. Okay, and input type equal to file, text area, join. Now we need to write this, but the thing is we do not have any email or password, but we do have text our input type text, but we do not have file or text area. But we need to keep all those part, because this is a part of a Stripe payment code, so we cannot actually modify it too much. If we modify it, we may get error, so we'll just keep it the way it is. Okay, so let me just here, you can see dollar has error, and we will discuss this part. We do not have actually discuss this part that much, so I'll just directly move to this part because this part is the most important part. Okay, so here dollar not dollar from data cc on file. Okay, so if I go at the top, and here you can see in this form, here you can see data cc on files equal to false. So in this form, here we are calling this on. Okay, so we are checking if this part is not false, then we'll prevent the default. Then here you can see stripe publishable key form dot data stripe publishing key. So for those entry over here, we'll get a stripe publication key. So here for those entries, we'll get the publication key. Then we will create a stripe token for those cards. So here you can see number dollar card number. Now as I mentioned earlier a lot of time, that in the div, here you can see that in the class we have card number. In the cbc we have card cbc. Here you can see card expiry date. Now those we are checking those over here, and using those we will generate a token. So here you can see stripe dot create token. So we are trying to generate a token for those card number, and once we generate the token, we are calling this function, which is stripe response handler, which is this function. Here you can see stripe response handler. So after generating the token, we'll call this function, and here if there is any error, then we'll show the error message. Okay, so for showing the error message, we already have a div over here. You can see we already have a div over here for showing the error message. And if there is no error, then we'll go to our else condition, which is this one. So we will here we declare a variable var token equal to response id. We'll store the id response id in this token variable, and here you can see dollar form dot find input type text dot empty. It means when you click this pay now button, those input field will be empty. And after this, here we have form dot append input type hidden name equal to stripe token value equal to token. Here you can see that here you can see token, this token is this one, so we are getting the token from there, and we mention the name over here stripe token over here like this, and then we are submitting those files. Okay, so after verifying everything, we will only go to this route. Okay, otherwise we will not go to this route stripe.post. So I tried to make this as simple as possible. I hope you understand, and if you have are any confused, but don't worry, you will understand it as time pass by. Or if you just check this code by yourself, I think you will understand it as well. I am trying my best to make it as simple as possible, so I hope you understand. So right now, one thing is left. Here you can see submit option. So one thing is left, that if someone click on the pay now button, we'll go to this route stripe.post. So we need to create this route. So let me just go to web.php. Okay, let me just copy the route code from here. If I just go a little at the top, here you can see stripe.blade.php, and just a little at the top, here you can see we have a route. The route will be post. So let me just copy the route from here, but we definitely need to like edit this route, because here you can see the route is written over here like this, and the route name is stripe payment controller, but we'll use home controller for ourselves. So here you can see that the url name is stripe and the method name is stripe post. So we'll keep it similar, keep the route similar. So what we are going to do, let me just copy it, and let me just paste it here. And here let me edit it a little bit. Let me just copy this part, Control C, then Control V, like this. Okay, I hope you are understand. You are clear. You can just write the route like this. Okay, then there will then you will not get any error. And here you can see that the function name is Stripe post. You need to keep this function like this because we are going to copy the code from here. Okay, so that is why. And here you can see name stripe.post. Here you can see the route is stripe, but the name is stripe.post because here in the stripe.blade.pc, here you can see we use route, not URL. Okay, for route we need to use write it like this, name stripe.post, which is this on stripe.post, and in the URL we can give anything we want. So I hope you're clear. So right now we need to go to our home controller and create this function stripe post. So let's go to our home controller, and again we are going to copy the code from this website. So we'll go a little at the top. We'll not copy this code, we'll copy this part. Okay, so we'll not completely copy it here, but we need to copy some part of it. So here you can see use session and use stripe. So we need to add this in our at the top of our controller. So let me just copy it and let me just add those part first, because later we may forget. Then let's go down. Then let me copy this function, public function stripe post. Let me copy it, Control C, then we'll paste it over here, Control V. So you can see public function stripe post, which we write in the URL, I mean in the web.php. And let me just explain this controller code. Here you can see stripe set API key. So we'll get the stripe underscore secret from the env file. So we'll get this stripe secret from the env file, and then we'll charge the customer. And here this part will be for the amount. Okay, and currency is USD, and the source equal to request Stripe token. And as I mentioned earlier in the stripe.blade.php, if I go down, here you can see name equal to Stripe token. So here you can see we have the token over here as a value, and we mention the name Stripe token. So we are actually trying to get the token value over here in the source. And description is test payment for itsolution.com. You can keep it or not. Okay, let's keep it like thanks for payment, like this. Let's say over here thanks for payment. And here you can see the flash message success, payment successful, which is we'll receive this payment successful over here at the top. Here you can see session has success. We'll receive that message over here, and then we are just returning back. So let's save it. Let me just save everywhere. I hope I did not make any mistake while copying the code, but obviously there is some more stuff left. But let's just check whether we can receive payment or not. Okay, here we did a mistake. So I missed a third bracket over here. So here I need to give a third bracket in the web.php. That's the problem while copying the code. You made a mistake quite easily. So let's save it. Then let's refresh. Okay, everything looks fine. And right now, let me tell you one more thing, and that is for testing purpose. Now we can use this card number. Here you can see that the number is this on 4242424242. There's a lot of 42. So let me just copy this on. As CSV we'll use 123. Then expiry month and expiry year will be any future date. Okay. So here you can give the card name anything. You can give Yamin test anything, but the card number is important. CVC is 123, and the months, let's say 02, and the year will be any future year. So let's say over here 2026. So if I now click pay now, let's hope there is no error. Okay, here you can see payment successful. Okay, the closing doesn't work, but we can fix it later. That's not the important part. let's do the important part first. So in the home controller, we are getting this payment 100 into 100, but our product total price is, let me go back, our total price is 1614. So we need to charge this amount, not $100. So how we can get that? That's actually really simple. Here in the stripe.php, I already showed you how we can get the total amount over here. All we have to do is that, okay, let me just write like this: total amount. We can already get the total amount over here. Total amount, because we send a total price. Sorry, we need to write over here total price. Now we'll be able to get the total price over here, because from the show card here you can see we send a total price to this URL, and our this URL is calling the home controller type function, which is this one, and we are also sending this total price to this home.type view. So we should be able to show this total price as I already showed before at the beginning. Here you can see total amount 1614. Let's just give a dollar sign before it. So what we are going to do is that we just send this total price to our home controller over here. So that will be simple. So let me just go to the, here you can see the action route. So we'll give a comma over here, then we'll just say over here dollar total price. So we'll send this total price to this home controller. I mean, we first need to catch this in the route, obviously. So let me just copy it like this and paste it here, save it. Then we'll go to our home controller, and here I'll give the total price. I mean dollar total price. Then instead of this one, we'll say over here dollar total price into 100. So why you are using into 100? Because in type this 100 is cent. So in type, if you write over here, let's say if you just write over here on, it will count as on cent, not on dollar. So 100 cents means on dollar. So that's why we need to multiply it with 100. Let's save it, and right now let's refresh, and let's give a card name. Let's say test. Let me just copy this part and paste it here. Let's give a card number onto CBC onto 3. Then expiry month, let's say 12 2026. Pay now. Okay, there is no error. So whether if you want to check if you are actually can get the total price, what you can do is that you can just do over here dt dollar total price, save. Then if I now refresh now, let's say over here test. Let's give the card. Let me copy this, Control C, Control V onto 3. Month 12, let's say 2028. Pay now. Okay, so we can get the price. So that means this means we are actually can charge this amount to the user. Now if you want to check in this in the dashboard, here you can see this our dashboard, test data, blah blah blah. So here at the top you'll see an option in the developer mode. Here you can see payment option. So if I click over here payments, here you can see successful. The first one was $100 and the second one was $1,614. So everything is successful. So we are able to successfully make the payment. So the payment is successful, but the thing is there is one more thing is left, and that is here you can see in the cart we still have all those products. So once the payment is successful, those products should move to from cart table to order table, because we have two table. One is cart table and another one is order table. So once the payment is successful, those products should move to the order table. So obviously I already showed in the previous tutorial how you can move those data to the order table. So here in the home controller, just before this type, we already have the code over here. So I'm not going to do this part again and again. I'm just going to copy this code from this function, public function cache order. From here you can see dollar order. We are first checking the auth user. It means which user is logged in, and using this id, user id, we are checking. Okay, let me just show you in the cart table. Let me go to my cart table. I am explaining it again. Let me just make sure that we are actually on the same page, because I want you to understand every single thing, whatever I am trying to explain. So first of all, we are getting the logged in user ID, and here you can see in the cart table we have the user ID, and here you can see user ID with 20 have order, have those product in the cart. So using this ID we can actually find out which product the user added in the cart. So here we are checking dollar data cart where user ID equal to user ID. It means if the logged in user ID matches with the cart table user ID with one of the user ID, then it will get all those data matches with the user ID and store it in this dollar data variable. And here we have this for each loop, and in this for each loop we mention the table name dollar order equal to new order. Then we are in this for each loop. Here you can see this dollar data is this one. So using this for each loop we can store multiple data, because since in the card we can have multiple data, so we obviously need to use for each loop. And here you can see the we are storing the username, email, phone number, address, user ID in the order table, and obviously we also storing the product title, price, quantity, product image name in the order table as well. And here for cash on delivery, it means for cash on delivery, we have the status will be like this: cash on delivery and delivery status processing. But since user is paying using his card, so for pay using card, over here we will say paid. So after payment status and delivery status, we are storing the all those data in the order table, and once we are storing that data in the order table, we are getting the ID for the product one by one. Since this is a for each loop, so we'll get the ID one by one, and we are deleting whatever data we are saving in the order table from the cart table. So I hope you already understand. Since I already mentioned those part in the previous tutorial, you can just take the previous tutorial if you want. So we need to copy the whole code from here. So we'll copy it from here, dollar user auth user, from here to here at the end of this second bracket. This second bracket is for the for each loop. Okay, so you cannot miss this second bracket. So let me just copy it, Control C. We don't have to copy this part because we already have a like message option over here, flash message. So where we are going to paste this code, you can paste this code over here after this semicolon. Okay, before this flash message. So Control V. Then we'll see over here. Over here you can see cash on delivery. So this one will be paid since the user is paid using the card. So let's save it. Control S. So right now let's just refresh, and here we'll see over here pay using card, and let's keep the card number. Let's say yeah, name is not important, but the card number is important. Let me copy this. Control C, Control V, CBC 123, month, any month, expiry year 2029, any future date. Just click pay now. Valid card number. Okay, I miss. We need to give a 4242. I miss a 4 over here. So click pay now. Okay. Let me check it. I forgot to remove this DD from here. Save. Then let's refresh. Okay, let's not refresh. Let's just do this part again. Pay using card. Let's give a name. Let's give the card number. I missed the 4 over here. Let's give 123. Month 12 2030, year 2030. Pay now is reloading, and payment is successful. So right now if I go back, you can see there is no data in the cart table. and total price is 0 obviously because there is no data. And if I go to our database, and if I, here you can see this is a cart table, if I refresh, you can see a lot of data is gone from here. And if I go to my order table, here you can see for user, here you can see payment status is paid, 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 and paid. And let me just check in the dashboard in the payment over here. Let's just refresh, and here you can see we have one more entry over here, succeed. If I click over here, you can see that some details, you can see the card number, then expiry date, blah blah blah. So yeah, everything is fine. So right now, one more thing there is, that is here you can see in the payment form, we'll just add this header part. You can see we'll just add this header part in the payment form. Over here we'll not edit any more thing, because this tutorial is already quite long. So for this, here we'll go to our showcard.blade.php, and a little at the top here you can see this is a body. So we'll go to our home, then we'll go to user page.plate.php. So here, from here we need to copy those two parts, and obviously we also need to copy some CSS link from here, but let's just copy those two parts from here and paste it over here. Let's save it and let's refresh. Let's see how it looks. Okay, we have all the option over here. You can see home page, blah blah blah, home page, product, blog, contact card. So right now we also need to copy the this part from here. So let me just copy from this link rel image fab font to this part. We are basically copying some code from the user page.blade.php, some header link from here, and we'll paste it in the head part in the stripe.blade.php. So Control V, Control S, and let's see how it looks. So we are unable to get the CSS for the header. So I think we are not able to get the CSS. So let's say over here, after this head, let's say over here base href slash public. Let's save it. Then let's just refresh. Okay, it worked, but the design is different. Here we cannot see the pay now button. So we need to make some changes. I think there is some mismatch among those CSS link. But the thing is, we cannot actually remove those. We need to modify a lot because of that. Okay, I think the thing is there is some like here you can see that these two is for the this form, and this part is for the our home code. I mean the header code. So here we already have a bootstrap for this part. This bootstrap is for the header, but we also have a bootstrap CDN link over here as well. Here you can see bootstrap.min.cs. So I think those is actually causing the error. So if I just remove this, save it, then if I just refresh, so here you can see the header is back to normal, but this part is looking not so good. So that is a issue actually. This thing actually looks good, but we have a div error message option over here. This doesn't make sense. So we cannot keep it like this. So let's just get back this link, bootstrap link over here. And let's just fix this button first. So here, if I just go down, here you can see this is the pay now button, and here you can see button type submit. I think for this class it is giving me error. Save, then let's refresh. Okay, button pay now, so we cannot write it like this. So let's just remove these buttons. Instead of button, we'll say here input type submit, and here we'll say hello. It will be pay now. Save it, then refresh. Okay, pay now, that's fine. So those texts are actually too small. So what we can do is that let's just add some CSS for this home.header, include home.header. So let's add some css for this home.header. So let's say over here span, and inside this span we'll keep this home.header, and inside this span we'll say here style. Let's say here font size, let's say 15 px, then save it, then refresh. Okay, those are a little bigger, so let's make it I think 18 px would look perfect. I think 18 px will match with our previous view, I think. Okay, they are almost similar. Paging card, I think this should be like 17, 18. I think that's fine. So yeah, I think this payment option is fine. You can modify it a little bit if you want. You can modify this as well. Okay, let's just remove this part. I think this looks bad. Paging card. Okay, let's say over here style as well. Style. We'll say here text align. It will be center, and we'll mention font size. Oh, let's say 14 px. Save, refresh. Okay, paging card. Total amount right now 0, and let's say here 24 actually, and let's say here padding bottom 20 px. Save it, refresh. Okay, this is better, I think. So if you want, you can modify it a little bit more, but I think that is totally fine for now. Everything should work. Okay, let's just try it for the last time. Let's copy it. Okay, it will not. Okay, it will still work. Okay, let's just try it for on last time to see if whether there's an issue or not. So for it, first of all, let's go to home and let's just add a product. Let's add this product. Let's go to cart. Here the total price is 122. Let's click paging cart. Let me just copy this. Control C, then Control V. CBC 123 month. Let's say 12 year 2029. And let's just say name anything test. Let's click pay now. Okay, payment successful. And we can also close it right now because we added the skip at the bottom. Over here you can see from the user-page.blade.php. From here I actually copy those skip and paste it in the skip.blade.php. I actually pause the video and paste those code over here. That's why it did not see. But just copy the code from the user-page.blade.php, the skip code, and paste it over here, and you'll be able to close the message, payment message. So if I now go back, here you can see there is no product in the cart, and if I go to my payment, if I refresh, okay, not here. If I go to payment, here you can see $122. So I tried to make this tutorial as easy as possible. Okay, I forgot to mention one more thing, and that is here you can see test data. Okay, let's go to developer mode, and here you can see test data. Right now we are using this publisher key secret key for testing purpose. If you want to like receive real payment, real time payment, then what you have to do is that activate your account. You have to activate your account. So for activating your account, you need to do some changes over here. So I'm just mentioning this because those are for test that actually that you don't need to change anything in the code. All you have to do is that you need to just activate your account, and you need to get that publish key and secret key, and store it in the write it in the env, and that is all. Every step is similar like this. So yeah, this is all about this tutorial. If you have any question, you can let me know in the comment section, and you can also connect with me with Facebook. I have given Facebook link in the description. You can just contact me if you face any problem. You can also email me, and I'd actually really appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. So thanks again for watching. Stay tuned and stay healthy.